Hello. I'm ashamed to use the iPad, but I just know I won't remember. When I was a kid, I first learned about the idea of a pilgrimage, and it seemed to me very sort of romantic and interesting, the idea that on a pilgrimage, you know, you could have lots of encounters, and from each encounter you would draw some kind of spiritual or philosophical life lesson, and you know, when you arrive at the destination, you know, you've developed a great deal. So this sounded very interesting to me. Here I am, 48. I've never yet done a pilgrimage. I guess I'm just too lazy to crawl around Mount Kailash on my knees. So I decided to try and absorb some valuable life lessons from a much more accessible source of material. I decided to try and absorb life lessons from the rich and varied world of customer service. Instead of a pilgrimage, but various encounters I had, I would try and reflect on that and see if there was something broader that I could gain from this encounter. So I thought I would just tell you 4 quick encounters and my struggle to try and learn something from each encounter. In 1993, I was living in Hungary. I went down to Lake Balaton. It's a very beautiful, large lake in Hungary. It's summer, it's lovely weather, and this lovely sort of Art Deco hotel. I went there for lunch with my girlfriend. It's perfect weather. Food is nice. Everything is just great. The only problem is, outside of the hotel, they have these speakers attached to the hotel, and they are blasting just the worst music possible, and just some kind of awful, kind of Miyazaki, kind of classical. It's neither one thing nor the other, and it's just completely destroying the view, the atmosphere, the feeling, the food. Everything is, for me, everything. Of course, my girlfriend she can just block things out, but I can't, and so it's really getting to me, and so I called the waiter over, and first, I say, well, this is a very nice thing, but I said, this music is just awful. And I was expecting him, you know, to respond in a waiterly fashion, but instead he lost his temper and shouted at me, "Oh, you think it's awful? And how long are you here? 1 hour? 2? I'm here 8 hours a day, every day of the week." And he stormed off. And my girlfriend said, "I thought you were supposed to be complaining to him." Lesson. If it's crap for you, it's probably crap for somebody else. Maybe it's worse for someone else. Cheer up. Earlier than that, February '86, I was in Beijing, my first big trip abroad by myself, and of course in those days, I haven't been since, but in those days, you know, most people went around by bicycle, and you know, the bicycles they were riding were bicycles that had been around for a long time, and you know, so I was looking for a bicycle rental, and so I found one, and I went in, and there they were, you know, just, you know, hundreds of these just ancient, big, rusting things, the kind of thing which I think would have been old-fashioned even for my grandfather. But there they were. And I'd learned a few words of Chinese, and if anybody here could speak any Chinese, then I apologize for my appalling accent, but I could say a few words. And, you know, hao is good, and bu hao is no good. Ren hao is very good. So I went in, I'm looking around, I'm looking, oh God, is there no good bicycle here? And then, like a mirage, at the back of the shop, there was this beautiful, modern, lovely yellow bicycle. I thought, that's the one for me. So I walked to the back, and as I'm walking there, there's a guy who's walking with me, and he's touching various items, saying, oh, how, and I'm like, boo, how. I keep on walking, how, boo, how. And I keep on walking, and he's looking a bit confused, and he's like, how, boo, how. And I get to the back of the shop, and I put my hand on the yellow bicycle, and I say, how. And he looks at me, he looks at the bicycle, and a sort of sneer of contempt crosses his face. He said, wow. Look at him. He must be crazy. You know, it's possibly the only bike that was built this century. And I say, oh, 很好. Wow. And he looks at another bicycle, 很好. I look at that old bicycle. Wow! And we go back and forth. And of course, because I'm an 18-year-old, with all of that patience and sensitivity, I decide, well, I want what I want, and I'm going to take it. So I grab the yellow bicycle and I start wheeling it out of the shop. It's quite a long shop, so it's quite a long way to wheel it. And as I wheel it, you know, he's walking with me, like grabbing bicycles. Hey, how? He's grabbing, now we're really quarreling. How, hen how, hen how. And I wheel the bicycle, I get it out onto the pavement, and he's getting more and more distraught. And he's only spoken those words to me so far, and I'm going to finish this argument once and for all, and I shout at him, "Hen how!" And I get on the bicycle, and suddenly he screams at me in English, "That's my bike!" I give it to him, and he's almost sobbing. He goes, "Boo-how, boo-how." And I pick up the nearest, half rust, half iron monstrosity, to us. And I look at him and I say, "Hen how?" "Hen how?" And I ride away. What do we learn from this? I still don't know, but I try to think about this from several angles. One is a sensitivity, read between the lines. Humility, you deserve the crappy bike. Authority, just do as you're told. Or is the lesson ambition? The yellow bike is always there for the taking, and don't let anyone stop you. Or is it just pessimistic? The yellow bike is always someone else's. I don't know. Very short one. In Bangkok a few years ago, I went into a massage place, a proper massage place, not a massage place, they gave massage. And I sat down in the chair with my short sleeve shirt like that, because it's hot, and the girl looked at me, rubbed my arm, and laughed and said, "You like monkey?" From which I've taken the life lesson, I am like monkey. And the last one, so we should finish with a homegrown one. I'd been in Japan for just 2 weeks, in Kyoto for just 2 weeks, and I went down to Kyoto, I was down at Kyoto Station, and I'd lived in Hungary before coming here, as you heard, and in Hungary they have a lot of strudel, so I used to eat it a lot, and I was quite missing Hungary. I really loved living there. And down at the Cafe Mozart in Kyoto, they had this strudel set, and I really wanted that. So it's coffee, strudel, and whipped cream. And so I said, well, this really was just in English because I've only been here a couple of weeks. So I said, oh, I would like a strudel set. Can she speak English? She said, okay. Drink? I said, cappuccino. She said, no, hot coffee. I said, no, I don't want a hot coffee, I'd like a cappuccino. She said, no, set, hot coffee. I said, well, can I have a cappuccino? She said, no, set. I said, oh. So I looked down at the menu, but Charles didn't get one. I hate customers like this. I looked at the menu and I realized that there's a Hyakuen difference. I was like, oh, cool. I said, I'll have the cappuccino and I'll give you Hyakuen. I'll give you difference. She said, no, it's a set. And I said, oh, come on, be reasonable. And she went, oh, okay. Good. I got what I wanted. I just persist and I get what I want. So she went away and she came back. She put down a cappuccino. I'm happy. She puts down a strudel. There it is. And I look, and there's no whipped cream. So I say to her, what about the whipped cream? And she points at the cappuccino. She points at the plate. And she says, milk up, milk down. So I guess the final lesson I learned is that you may think you're getting what you wanted, but you may think you got what you wanted, but if you look hard enough, in one part of your life, maybe milk up, but I'm afraid somewhere else, probably it's milk down. May the milk be with you.